Okay, so now we're going to take it back to the original question. Why do you believe women are single? So we're going to start from this end. Miss Rochelle.
I think that a lot of my girlfriends I know are single because they've lowered their standards. They didn't have fathers like the guys that they're trying to date, or maybe possible mates. I mean, they're just not doing it. And I agree with some of the stuff that the guys have said, but if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So when you lower yourself down to so low that if you just want to go out and sleep with somebody, that's what you should do. But don't bring that person home. Don't try to make a life with them. You know what I'm saying? Men do it all the time, but when women do it, there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it should be a double standard, but I think a lot of my girlfriends are single just because, you know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of choices out there. Thank God I have my husband, and he's a great guy. Excellent. You know what I'm saying?
God
and
bless you.
I did sleep with him when I met him, but guess
Absolutely.
what? That was 17 years ago, and we still here. You know what I'm saying?
I applaud Black Love. Yes, sister. Yes.
2 kids later, but you know what I'm saying? That's something we chose to work at, and if you want to be with anybody, you got to work at it.
Can I ask you a question?
That's what
I do want to ask you a question about your marriage, because Black Love to me is one of the most important things in the world. And I like to deal with the dynamic of reality. I know of couples where it appears as though the man has never had any form of infidelity or any issues of that nature. And in your relationship, do you feel like that's a reality?
Yeah.
Do you feel like your husband's being committed the entire time?
Yeah.
And you know what? How do you think you all achieved that?
Because he's a grown up.
No, did you ever worry about it? Did you ever?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Never had to.
The reason why I brought that point up is for simply this.
And Vance knows him. I mean, he knows what kind of guy he is.
And this is what I want to say about your husband. This is what I want to say. Energy, sisters. Because we're talking to a woman who's been married 17 years.
Once that she said
Hold
that,
on.
my whole
Hold on.
process.
Let me change. I want to touch this. I want to touch this.
Yeah.
When I asked you that question, I asked for a reason. Because the one thing that I think that we need to touch on this panel when it comes to anything, when you ask the question if women hold bitterness, the energy that you possess in your mind, that you repetitively think niggas ain't shit. Oh my God, it's the same thing. Oh, my man's cheating. Oh, I'm going to look through his phone. You start to orchestrate the exact thing what a man think of and speak of, so shall it be.
And I don't
We
think
create
anything like that.
energy, sisters.
And
Single
you raise your
sisters.
kids with that too.
And you sit back with all of these hidden agendas and all your past scenarios in mind, and now you're going out with the hopes of bringing on something new. You create what you think. We've got to free our mind about what we've had and deal with simply what we want.
Yeah.
And allow that to formulate, put that energy in the universe, because how's it consistently that y'all have all these concepts of men in your life and you get the exact same nigga every time?
Yeah.
You're perpetuating negativity.
Yeah.
And you got to start to see your life in the way that you want to see it and not accept anything that does not go into that vibe and that frequency.
That's right.
No one is in control. Don't look for a man who got his shit together. The vibe will put him there if your shit's together.
And that's the thing,
Right.
we've grown together.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what I want to ask.
We gotta be a help me to each other. You know what I'm saying? Together, we're so much better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I brought my assets, he brought his, but together we're like a team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
bless
No bills in my house is split down. I pay this, you pay that. It's our money. You know what I'm saying?
That
A lot of my
ignorance.
friends have problems because this my gas bill, this my electric bill. Don't we
What?
don't do that. We never have.
Thank
I mean, it just creates problems.
Now this is what I want to ask. Right or wrong, you didn't have problems, right? Right or wrong, you even tried, maybe friends then tried to break y'all up,
Third
right?
party influence.
Right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, y'all worked it out, right?
You have to. I mean, I come from my parents been together since my mom was 16 years old. She's 55. I mean, so I've seen it.
So that's what I
So
was
tell
going to
me
say.
this. Well, let me finish this. Tell me this. Right or wrong, two people can do things 4 times as well as one, right?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
But
I'm also from the household that my mom told me from the get-go, you can do bad by yourself. I mean, so if you ain't gonna meet somebody, like I said again, you sleeping with somebody, that's one thing. That's what you choose to do. I hope you don't make nothing out of it. I'm not being funny. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
People bring kids into the world, but you also have to know too what it was. You ain't gonna change nobody overnight.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And he's probably gonna be what he was when you got with him.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm just being honest. I've seen some super coochie. I'm not gonna lie. Some of my girlfriends have transformed. A few. I mean, but that is very far and in between. I mean, usually it's just what you get. He was that way and he's going to be that way.
That's right.
But a thing that she said that was important, she came from a home that where it was marriage. It was, she seen love and she seen her place that she's supposed to take. So automatically coming out the gate, she got something over me, because even though when you say independent, okay, I may have to be independent and I may have to have some type of control, right? But
It ain't about no control.
no, okay, so, but my point is, what I'm saying is,
You to fell down.
Hey,
Man, I've been no good.
okay, I'm gonna call my wife, see if I can get her printed with a next letter.
Okay, but listen. Okay, and so my point that I'm making is, just like anything else, it's generational, and you'll see it. Like I'll say, for instance, my mom right now, she don't got no man. I'm just making a point, right? My aunt, my mama's sister, she don't got no man. It ain't cause they can't have no man, but they basically, it's still like, why is you about to, I'm not about to just have no man just cause of sake of, you know, even though they're a little older, they don't dip in, you know.
So they didn't condition themselves to not learn to get along with somebody.
I mean, you know, a man is not.
No, I mean, I'm just keeping it real.
Exactly. Okay, but listen, we're not going to fall. We're not
It's all a relationship's about two people learning to get along together, and it's the hardest thing in life you'll ever do. But the rewards will be well worth it.
But just because you don't have a man, don't mean like you conditioning yourself.
Yeah. Hey, how old are you? How old are you?
I'll be 40.
Okay, you in condition stage.
No, because listen, this is the point that I'm making. Okay, I know that I have to be take care of business, and it's me, and at the end of the day it's me, like we were saying before. But I don't have in my mind that no, I don't need no man, and that I'm conditioning myself not to have a man. It's just at the end of the day, can I have somebody that's gonna meet me? Like we said,
you want Mr. Perfect.
No.
Yes,
we don't. I don't need Mr. Perfect, because basically, and it's not even about lowering your standards. I mean, because, but no, but I understand exactly what she's saying, because at this time, we'll just say half at 20, even the people that I would try to make an exception, because see, I go so strong when you hitting on, you know, if you get money or it's prostitution, that's only because my prior, that's what I did. I was a gold digger. But you people change, just like men can change, women can change. So when I go and I try to meet a man now, it's not about all that. I know my faults. I know me. I know where I fall short. I know that I know I'm effed up too.
You said you
change for the better.
But you know what you said, the most important thing just before I left? You said that she had an example. What kind of home did your husband come from? Did he come from a
two-parent home?
So my point is simply this, sister. Let's get to the most important part of that. You're talking about going from me not having an example, you not having an example, to the two of us trying to figure out what they got.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's where, if we start to deal with that, the best thing that we both have to go into this thing with humbly, past finances, past all this other shit is, hey baby, you know, your parents around? Are your parents, were they married? Did you grow up with them?
Like
and then if you figure that part out, you go, oh, this nigga come from the same shit I do. Then you can start to be more realistic.
Right.
Y'all looking for a nigga with commitment that ain't never seen a version of it nowhere in his life. And neither have you, though. So it's not a one-way street of who's messed up. We're both messed up.
But let me tell you something. When I met my husband, now, I had no idea that he came from a two-parent home just like I did. But you know what? He carried himself like he did.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I never heard him call a woman out of their name. You know what I'm saying? I never seen none of that. Besides, you know what I'm saying? This is the one thing my grandmother told me, God rest her soul. You watch how a man treats his mother and his children. You know what I'm saying? He had a child. His mother was his queen, because, you know what I'm saying, that's the way he was taught coming up. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of knew what I had to look forward to. He wasn't my husband at the time. He was just boyfriend. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
So you got the advice that we don't give. So wise old man told me that years later, but he said, if you want to get to know a female, get to know her mother because she hiding all this stuff. Just like with the male, if his dad in his life, you get to learn his dad.
Right.
Apple don't fall far from the tree.
He
You basically
yeah.
was told that.
He laughed at me because he was older than me. You know, he's Vance's age. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Vance
he's
is
about
freshy.
6 years older than me. He was really molesting her. You won't leave that alone.
That's all R. Kelly jump off, baby. But the point is this, even at that age, my parents made him come over and sit down, and he had to meet him. He thought it was the most bugged out shit ever, but you know what I'm saying? That's the way my parents were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to date my daughter, talk to my daughter, you come over and rap with me. I mean,
That's right.
my father, you know, face to face, and my dad tell him all the time now, I love you.
Right.
I mean, I went with dope boys, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? But he was a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying?
The white man, the same white man that enslaved us and hated us, loved black pussy.
Of course he
Excuse
did.
me, I wish there was another way to say it. But understand this, to put money in the dynamic of your ability to get to something that they couldn't obtain before, they couldn't obtain the magic of a black woman. They did not know what was in y'all. So they put money in front of y'all, so now anybody with money can buy it. Ooh, I warn y'all of that shit all the time. With that expecting a brother to have some shit,
Right.
you better read your Bible. Black woman is a helpmate. Now stop playing with a nigga when you go get physical with him. Lay down in the bed with him. Let go and pull him in. Because y'all got the power, sweetie. We have none. We can't regenerate ourselves without you. Woo, we better get back to what? Y'all don't call me some more because I feel this shit here, goddamn. What?
Okay. Do you have
Christianity,
anything
the
you
only
like to add?
religion that really don't give no woman the power anyway.
Uh-oh.
What? Excuse me?
Christianity, the only religion that ain't give no women no power anyway. Y'all
Uh-oh.
submissive sex slaves.
Ooh, and she's Mother Earth.
Wait.
She's all of these things. Ooh, wait, brother, don't do them like that. What?
But
Man.
at the end of the day,
And Christianity killed more people than all other causes combined at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
okay.
I believe that.
In the name of who?
That teach you Jesus.
In the name of who?
Jesus the Son.
Uh-oh. The sun. The same sun that, if that sun that shines in the sky stops shining tomorrow, we assed out. Not the man hanging from the cross, but if that sun don't rise tomorrow morning, all of us is gone. So they put the man in the place of God's wonder. Imagine that. Excuse me. I need to get something to drink. Can you pause for a second?